Aslead Institute, empowering leaders to serve others.
Hi, my name is Priscilla Kyoko.
My name is Pastor Matthew Airegi.
My name is Anastasia Masharia.
I remember I was in Tala. I had gone for Redeemed Gospel Church. They had a function, and then I had somebody talk about Aslead classes. I had them talk about Dr. Mulinge, and I was like, looks like it's a course for pastors, but I was like, he told me about corporate. So I said, let me do it. So that's what motivated me. And then after that, there were people who were giving testimonials, how their lives had changed when they attended the classes. And I'm like, why not do it? Because I also had the time to do it.
I had, first of all, met Dr. Mulinge in a forum that I was in, and he had come as a guest. And I had him speak about servant leadership, and it attracted me because I have known for a long time there is a missing link to how we are taught leadership, especially from a young age, where you are taught authoritarian leadership or autocratic leadership. But he presented a different kind of leadership that I had loved to interact with from childhood. And I thought, especially now that I lead a church, it was very needful for me. And also as a gospel singer, we all know we are called celebrities, eh? And I think walking away from that aspect of thinking of yourself as a celebrity, I really needed to understand more. But the other thing is also I had struggled with leadership because I didn't know where to be soft, where to be tough, where to be firm, where to speak out my mind, where to be quiet. So I needed to understand how that works. And Aslead has been of help. It has transformed my leadership.
It was quite an interesting, the way I joined was quite interesting. I remember it was during the floods and I was also a bit unwell. So I had been in the house just relaxing. And that day, one of my friends sent a link for a class that was going on in Aslead. And I listened, and the topic was about the towel. And then I sent the same link to some two friends, and one of them was also going to preach somewhere. And she got to get some tips about servant leadership. Now, apparently, when that link was, when I was receiving the link, I was in this season where God was really pushing me into acquiring knowledge about leadership, because I know a part of me is really called into the leadership. So when there was an opportunity for a class starting in June, I called my friend. She took me through what happens. And I felt very convicted that I need to chip in because I am in leadership in church, several aspects and even out of church. And so it's a journey I purposed that I need to take so that I can equip myself to be a better leader and a better servant.
It has Aslead classes have really influenced me because in terms of time, I'm able to do my work very well. In terms of family, I know how to take time. I now understand that I should also focus on my children. I should focus on my work. I should give clients whatever time that I have given unto them. So for me, I think it has influenced me in a very positive way, and my life has changed. I have now able to save time. I'm able to go to do work on time, and I'm also able to do whatever I'm supposed to do on schedule without any problem.
First of all, I must say it changes the human being that I am. Because one of the things and the slogans that we speak about, and Dr. likes to emphasize, is we are not human doings, we are human beings. So servant leadership brings you back to be a human being, meaning you have more compassion over others, you think well of others, you want to establish good relationships with other people that will promote them, that will lift them. And one of the things that we say in the class as we go through the lessons is that everyone deserves to be heard, everyone deserves to be listened to, everyone deserves attention. And when you learn that, relationships improve. My own family life has improved with my husband as I have learned to be a better wife, to listen more, to act when I have understood what I'm dealing with and what situation I'm in. Also as a pastor and a pastor's wife, you know, many times pastors' wives are misunderstood. And it's simply because people don't understand the dynamics of what it means to be a pastor's wife. But now I've learned to be more gracious, to listen more, to be more attentive, and to receive correction well. But also not to be bossy, just to serve people, to serve others, to seek to serve, not to be accomplished in my ways or to be recognized or acknowledged, but just to serve in order to make life better.
Wow, it's a lot. It's a lot. When you say personal, I look at servant leadership class as a mirror. You know the way the Bible says that the word of God is a mirror. When you keep on reading it, you keep getting to understand you. So when I started doing the servant leadership class, it's been mirroring me. We've like now we've been learning about integrity, character, humility, of course the heart of a servant. And every time I see where I have failed, I see where I need to change, I see the new things I need to learn. And because I'm already in leadership, it helps me practice what I've been learning. And definitely this also applies to me because I'm also in the marketplace. And so I also get to interact with very many people, my customers, my colleagues in the industry. And it has helped me to be a better person, even with communication, a better person, even in serving my customers, and even in relating as a mother and as a wife, and even as a sibling.
Oh, yes. I remember I had a court case that was coming up on Monday. It was about a land matter. And then these people came and asked me, can you find time for Friday and Saturday so that we discuss? And then on Monday we go to court. And I told them, you're making me sacrifice my time, but because I'm in a class called Aslead and teaches us to value about other people, I wouldn't mind to do that. So I spent that weekend with those people. And then on Monday we did the case. And somehow in between the case, those people reconciled. And I was so happy because for me, sacrificing their time, and the thing that came out of it was that these people were able to come and reconcile. The case was over. So that sacrifice has enabled me to close the file that had been pending in my office almost 3 years. So Aslead has really helped me because my negotiation skills have also improved.
I have seen that work, especially in church, whereby I've thought of other people and how what I do will impact them. There are times when you can see a problem somewhere and normally I'd be quick to come and correct because I want things to be done in a certain way. I believe in excellence. But I've come to a place where I've begun to understand that sometimes it's not about getting that thing done, but also minding the people that are being involved. So that now I want to know, maybe they have a struggle, maybe there's something we can do and work with them. It makes it more of a journey than about accomplishing tasks. So that as a pastor, I don't just care you come to church, you serve, I don't care what you go through at home. So that narrative has changed. Now I want to know, are you okay? Are you fine? So that as I do that. And so I've seen relationships being built. And I think from when I went through this Aslead program, I've been able to work with several ladies around me who just were going through life. And I needed to just be there for them and pray with them and assure them they can do this. And I've soldiered them on and cheered them on. And I've seen God just transform them. So I can say it gave me good friends. And also it gave them, some of them have gotten jobs. They have enrolled in school. Like you can see the development and the progress over their lives, which makes me very, very happy.
I think this has come more so, especially, for example, I am in the leadership of women, and we normally have so many projects that we do. And sometimes you find that I have to cancel my own personal assignments for me to be there. Yes, for me to be there. And probably we have a certain visitation and there was something else. And then I just feel that, the way the Philippians says, consider others, other interests also before yours. So I find myself being pushed to, let me step in for this one. Probably it's not going to repeat itself for the sake of the impact that will come with it and what that person will take home. As in, somebody sacrificed for me, so it will cost them to sacrifice for somebody else tomorrow.
I am an usher in our church. It's called Flemers Ministries. And after these classes, went and had a meeting with those people, with my peer leaders in the team. And I told them, part of ushering is not just telling people to come into church. You have to come to church, pull their chair. If there's any assistance that is required, you have to speak to these people so that they feel like they're belonging. So I think from that, we have had a lot of unity among our people, and we've been able to expand what we're supposed to be doing in church. So I think it has impacted us positively because now we work as a team, and like before when everybody was just leaving the other work for other people, it has made us know our timetable and we've become closer. So I think Aslead really makes us value other people, and that has helped us, especially for me in church and for my team leaders.
Well, there are times when I've like recently I was doing a project of my worship experience that I had. And one of the things, normally when you're the one organizing for an event, you are very quick to want people to do things for you. Because now that day is about you, sort of. It's like everyone wants to serve you. But I discovered that the more I'm available for them, for those who I serve with, for the people I sing with, for the band, and really get to know where are they, what are they doing. It really helps me. But another scenario I'll give you is at home. We have our house managers. And many times our house managers are people that come in, maybe you just want to pay them for their work. You don't care much about what they are going through at home. But as I got to know my house manager and got to know her life, her history, I've even gotten to a place where I'm able to pray for her, like intentionally tell her, let's hold hands and pray about this issue. When she shares with me an issue about her home, I will take time to pray with her and thank God with her and work with her and advise her so that now she's able to become a better person. And what I've seen from that is she's better at her work as we keep going. As I work with her, she's better at her work and she's able to deliver a more excellent job with a willing heart. There is less struggle and strife between us when I exercise that.
I think this has come more so, especially, for example, I am in the leadership of women, and we normally have so many projects that we do. And sometimes you find that I have to cancel my own personal assignments for me to be there. Yes, for me to be there. And probably we have a certain visitation and there was something else. And then I just feel that, the way the Philippians says, consider others, other interests also before yours. So I find myself being pushed to, let me step in for this one. Probably it's not going to repeat itself for the sake of the impact that will come with it and what that person will take home. As in, somebody sacrificed for me, so it will cost them to sacrifice for somebody else tomorrow.
Wow. Now that we're almost coming to the graduation, I really want to read those modules again. I intend to buy more books, especially on leadership, servant leadership, so that I'm able to learn more. I also intend to exercise what we have learned by going to schools. I love schools. I love talking to girls. I'm a mother of boys. For some reason, I have a bias to girls. So I will be able to speak to leaders, and especially the prefects leaders, and showing them how to lead in the way that fits the Lord and in the way of servanthood, not just like the normal leadership. So I know with that, and by attending classes, I intend to also come for the diploma classes. I also want to come for the TOT classes. So I believe by acquiring that knowledge and the continued reading of this, I'll be able to grow myself in the way I'm supposed to do.
The other thing is that I must say, as a gospel singer, it's very easy to only go where there is money. And I think we know sometimes that can happen. And I'm not saying that's what people do, but it's very possible for people to go where they know they'll get something, they'll receive some appreciation or something. But servant leadership has taught me to go even where I know I cannot receive anything, where I know they can't give me back anything. But I'll just go because I know God has a plan for them too, and there's a word for them too that He can give me, and I'll minister to them. So that has helped me go to strange places where I didn't expect any kind of appreciation or even anything. Some places you even go, the pastor does not know you, I remember I took a trip one of these days, which I would normally not do. One of the campers in a camp that was happening in the country, it was a national camp, and they had not invited me or anything, but the worship leader called me and told me, we have a camp, and I know the management has invited other people, but if you don't mind, why won't you come and ask for them to give you just 10 minutes and you sing? And I took a car all the way, a road trip all the way. It was almost 6 hours or 7 hours drive, and I got there and I ministered, and the lives of the people were changed. In fact, they keep talking about it today, of how God was able to. So I thought to myself, if I've just waited until I'm in the poster for me to serve, until my name is, big in that sense, in that meeting, mentioned in a big way, I would not have gone to minister. But I went, and lives were changed, hearts were changed. There was such, you could tell there was such a personal impactation in all of them, that some of them will still keep in touch even now, and they were so inspired to step out and charge themselves to serve God. So that going forward, I still want to keep doing that. I still want to go to places where, even if I'm not officially acknowledged, I can still go. If I get 10 minutes to just tell them I know Jesus, that is just more than enough. And my heart has moved and gravitated more towards serving God than even about how am I invited, what is the procedure, and all that.
Definitely, I plan to continue because a disciple must do what they have been taught. Because being in this class, it feels like the way Jesus was, walking with the 12 disciples and had to mold them and prepare them to do what he had been doing for the past 3 years. And so walking through the servant leadership class prepares me to be a better person. If you remember, I already said it's like a mirror for me. And so after finishing this, I intend to teach others to be better servant leaders, and of course even to encourage them to join the class, and of course keep on spreading the fire, just to make sure that all of us, wherever we are, whether it is in family, in ministry, and in the corporate, that we become better people. So I intend to continue spreading what I have been learning and practicing.
Hey, if you're thinking of joining the servanthood, please go and do it. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook. Aslead is all over there. They're situated at Gateway. I ask you, don't waste your time. The classes are very good. In fact, what I like about the classes, they're able to fit anybody's lifestyle. If you work from Monday to Friday, you can go for Aslead classes on Saturdays where they normally conduct classes. And if you don't have time, they have virtual classes that are done between 8 to 10. So nothing stops you from going to Aslead. I ask you to go there because this kind of leadership is very good. It talks about Jesus-led servanthood, and it will enable you to change your life the way it has done to me. So kindly just get in touch with the main people, and you'll be able to know what to do. Thank you.
I would tell you, this is the real deal. Servant leadership is the leadership of the present and the leadership of the future. Even with what is going on in our country, really, if we can embrace servant leadership, we will avoid a lot of these things. Actually, we will eliminate almost 99% of the issues that we have in terms of leadership, both in the church, so that now we stop having narcissistic leadership in the church. And I know people who have been hurt by the church because of narcissistic kind of leadership, where people don't care about you. They only care about what you have to bring to the church or what you're doing in the church. But this kind of course will help you to revolutionize your ministry, your life, your work, your home. It touches on motherhood, it touches on fatherhood, it touches on you as a sibling and how you relate with other people. Aslead, you can first of all go to our socials. Facebook, we are there, Aslead Institute. YouTube, we are there, Aslead Institute. Please like, subscribe, and even push the notification button so that anytime there is a new thing, you can be notified. But also on top of that, our headquarters is at Gateway Mall on 4th floor. If you come there, you'll be able to find Aslead. You can find people who will be there to serve you. They'll tell you what you need to do to join a class. And it doesn't matter what your grades are. Just come. This is not about grades. Aslead is about reaching the every mwananchi, wherever you are. You don't even have to be a Christian. Just join and you see the change in your life.
Definitely, I will advise to come in 120% because it's very transformational, not only personally, you even transform the people around you just by them watching you. Just by your colleagues watching you, by your church members watching you, by the people around you at the workplace watching you. It's very attractive to be in this class because also opportunities to grow open up for you, because when you become a servant leader, even our spiritual giftings explode, and then there are opportunities that come up and they make you a better person and they make you answer the call of God over your life. So I would encourage that they all come without actually thinking twice. Definitely, you can find Aslead. The physical office is at Gateway Mall at the 4th floor. And then you can find Aslead on YouTube. You can find Aslead on Facebook. Sometimes we have free lessons. We will keep on sharing our links on our social medias. So those who are our friends, please log in and listen to those lessons. They will give you a turnaround in your life. Thank you.